Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good
Good
evening,
evening, sir.
good evening, all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Sivakrishna,
Sir.
are you informed to Nagbhushan, sir?
No, sir.
Why? Just make a call.
Yes, sir. సార్ కాల్ కట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
సిగ్నల్ కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదా?
నెట్ సరిగ్గా రావట్లేదు సార్. లో ఉంది సార్.
ఓకే, వెయిట్, ఐ విల్ కాల్. Sivakrishna, please be wait for 2 more minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Chandana, where is Sunandini?
I don't know, sir.
మార్నింగ్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ బీఫామ్ క్లాస్లో అమ్మాయి జాయిన్ అయ్యింది.
అవునా?
ఎందుకు జాయిన్ అయింది నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు. నేను రిమూవ్ చేశాను.
అడుగుతాను.
అడగండి.
చెప్పండి
అంటే
సార్.
అమ్మాయి తెలియకుండా జాయిన్ అయిందా, లేదంటే అమ్మాయి అకౌంట్ ఎవరైనా తీసుకున్నారా అడగండి ఒకసారి. ఎందుకంటే
ఓకే.
క్లియర్ గా అమ్మాయి ఆ ఫోటో ఉంది. నాకు తెలుసు కదా, మీ అందరి దీనిలో కనిపిస్తుంటాయి కదా, సునందిని అని పెట్టుకుంది, నందిని అనేది పెట్టుకుంది, అమ్మాయి ఫోటో పెట్టుకుంది. సో నాకు సస్పిషియస్ కనిపించి నేను తీసేశాను. నేను హోస్ట్ కాబట్టి రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు కదా,
ఎస్ సార్.
సో రిమూవ్ చేశాను. ఒకసారి కనుక్కోండి థర్డ్ ఇయర్ దానిలోకి ఎందుకు వచ్చిందో,
ఓకే.
తెలిసి వచ్చిందో తెలియక వచ్చిందో, లేదంటే సమ్ అవర్ ఇంకెవరన్నా వచ్చారు.
ఓకే. అనుకుంటా.
ఓకే. Okay, Sivakrishna, you can carry on. You can start.
Yes, sir.
No. Okay, now you can share your screen.
Good evening, all. This is Venkateswara Krishna Pudisetti. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, this is seminar presentation. That is ISO 13485 2016. It is the quality management systems for medical devices. Contents include the scope and normative references, terms and conditions, definitions, quality management system, management responsibility, resource management, product realization, measurement, analysis, and improvement that are the ISO 13485 2016. Coming to introduction, this is international standard specifies requirements for a quality management system that can be used by an organization involved in one or more stages of the life cycle of a medical device, including the design, development, production, storage, distribution, installation process, servicing processes, final decommissioning, and disposal of medical devices, design, development, or provision of associated activities. Activities include the technical support, etc. like this. And these requirements in this international standard can also be used by suppliers or other external parties providing product. That product includes the raw materials, components, sub-assemblies, medical devices, sterilization services, calibration services, distribution services, maintaining services, etc. These services, these jurisdictions have regulatory requirements for the application of quality management systems by organizations with a variety of roles in the supply chain for medical devices. Consequently, this international standard expects the organization of identifies its roles under the applicable regulatory requirements, identify the regulatory requirements that apply to its activities under the roles, and incorporates these application regulatory requirements within its quality management system. The design and implementation of the organization quality management system influenced by some of points that includes the organizational environment, changes in that environment, and the influence that the organization environment has on the conformity of the medical devices and the organization's varying needs. That is the need of varieties and organization's particular objectives, product the organization provides, process the organization employs, organization size, organizational structure, and the regulatory requirements applicable to the organizational activities of the ISO 13485 2016. And this is the sample certificate that the drugs and diagnostic for the tropical diseases registered by ANAB NSFIR certification, that is international standard registrations. And coming to the scope of ISO 13485 is a quality management system where an organization needs to demonstrate its ability to provide medical devices and related services that consistently meet customer and applicable regulatory requirements. Such organization can be involved in one or more stages of life cycle, including the design, development, production, storage, and distribution, installation process, servicing of a medical device, design and development of or provision of associated activities, that is the technical activities. These international standards can also be used by suppliers or external parties that provide product, including the quality management system related to such organizations. And this is a reference taken for the ISO 13485, that is ISO 9000-2015 as a quality management systems for fundaments and vocabulary. And coming to terms and definitions, these are the terms and definitions which were used for the ISO 13485 2016. And first one is the advisory notice. That advisory notice includes some issue, some examples that occur for the ISO 13485 2016. And advisory note include the use of a medical device, modification of a medical device, and a return for the medical device to be organized that support simplified destructions of the medical devices includes the advisory notice. And coming to authorized representative, the manufacturer to act in his behalf of a specified tax with regard to the latter's obligations under that country or whichever legislation includes the authorized representative. And coming to clinical evaluation, evaluation involves the assessment and analysis of a clinical data to the medical device to verify the clinical safety and performance and coming to complaint it includes the document or written or electronic or oral communication that divisions related to the identification, qualification, durability, reliability, usability, safety, and performance of a medical device that it has been released from the organization of that particular company. And coming to the distributor,
Sivakrishna, sorry to interrupt you. You can give the definitions of important terms only. Like, so what are the terms that can be very well versed by all the students? So you no need to explain. You can give the definitions like post-market surveillance. Okay, so majority of the students, they don't know what is a post-market surveillance, and you can also mention barrier system, sterile barrier system, sterile medical device. Such one or two is sufficient. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Coming to post-marketing surveillance. Post-market surveillance is the systematic process to collect and analyze the experience gained from the medical devices that have been placed on the market for the usability. And coming to product is a software or a process and materials. And coming to purchase product is the outside parties outside the product. And coming to risk management. Risk management is the systematic application of a management policies, procedures, parties to be the task of analyzing, evaluation, controlling, monitoring of a surgical, monitoring risks of the particular medical device. And coming to sterile barrier system. Sterile barrier system is the minimum package that prevents ingress of the microorganisms and allows a specific presentation of the product at the point of usage. And coming to sterile medical device includes the medical device intended to meet the requirements of
Nana? Sorry, carry on.
Yes. Sterile medical device. Sterile medical device is the medical device intended to meet the requirements of the sterility. And coming to quality management, first of all, what is meant by quality medical system is the quality management system is a general organization that maintain its effectiveness in accordance with the requirements of the international standard and applicable to regulatory requirements. The organization shall establish the implement, maintain, and requirement procedure, activities, or arrangements required to be documented by this international standard, that is ISO, and applicable regulatory requirements. And the organization shall document the rules undertaken by the organization under the applicable regulatory requirements, and the organization shall apply the risk-based approach to the control of the appropriate processes that include for the quality management system. Those are the general requirements. And coming to documentation requirements, documentation requirements includes the documented statements of the quality policy and quality objectives, and the quality manual, and the documented procedures and records, and other documentation specified by the applicable regulatory requirements. And coming to the quality manual, what is meant by quality manual? The document of the quality manual includes the scope of the quality management system, that including the details of the justification for any exclusion or non-application. The documented procedures for the quality management system are references to them. and a description of the interaction between the processes of the quality management system. Those are the quality manual. And coming to medical device file, what is meant by medical device file is the file that contains information about the medical device, and the content of the file shall include the general description of the medical device, intended use, purpose, and the medical device labeling, and the instructions for the use, and the specifications of the product, and the specifications of the procedures that can be used for manufacturing, packaging, storage, handling, and distribution of the medical devices, and the procedures for measuring and monitoring, and the appropriate requirements of the installation, and an appropriate procedures for servicing and usage of the medical device. And coming to control of the documents, how the controls can be, how the documents can be controlled is a documented procedure shall be defined the controls that needed to review and approve documents for the adequate priority issue, review and update the necessary and reapprove documents, ensure that the current revision status and changes to documents are identified, ensure that relevant versions of applicable documents are available at the point of usage, ensure that the documents remain legible and readily identifiable, and prevent deterioration or loss of documents, and prevent the unintended use of obsolete documents and apply suitable identification to them. And that is the control of documents. And then coming to control of records, control of records includes the maintained to provide evidence of conformity to requirements of the effective operation of the quality management system. And control can be done by the organization with the document procedures to define the controls needed for the identification, storage, security, integrity, retrieval, retention time, and disposition of records. And those records shall remain legible, readily identifiable, and retrievable. Changes to a record shall remain identifiable. And coming to management responsibility, what the management responsibility includes the management commitment, customer focus, quality policy, and something and that. Coming to management commitment, communicating to the organizations to the importance of meeting customer as well as the regulatory requirements. And management responsibility includes establishing the quality policy, ensuring the quality objectives that are established, conducting the management reviews, ensuring the availability of resources. And coming to customer focus includes the customer requirements and applicable regulatory requirements are determined to meet the management responsibility. And coming to quality policy includes the applicable to the purpose of the organization, and it includes a commitment to comply with the requirements and to maintain the effectiveness of the quality management system, and it provides a framework for establishing and reviewing the quality objectives, and is communicated and understood within the organization, and it is reviewed for the continuing suitability. And coming to planning, that is included in the quality management system, that is planning includes the quality objectives, quality management system planning. And coming to quality objectives includes the needed to meet applicable regulatory requirements and requirements for product, and are established at relevant functions and levels within the organization. The quality objectives shall be measurable and consistent with the quality policy. And coming to quality management system planning, what the system that the quality management includes is the planning of the quality management system is carried out in order to meet the requirements as well as the quality objectives. The integrity of the quality management system is maintained when changes to the quality management systems are planned and implemented. And coming to responsibilities, authorities and communications of the quality management system, so that the responsibilities and authority includes the documented and communicated within the organization. Top management shall document the interrelation of the personnel to manage, perform, and verify work affecting the quality, and shall ensure the independence and authority necessary to perform these tasks. Those are the responsibilities of the quality management system. And coming to management representatives that ensures the process needed for the quality management systems are documented and reporting to the top management on the effectiveness of the quality management system and any need of improvement, and ensuring the promotion of the awareness of the applicable regulatory requirements and quality management system requirements throughout the organization. And coming to internal communication is the communication between those employees that you in the quality management system. Their appropriate communication process are established within the organization, and that communication takes place regarding the effectiveness of the quality management system. And coming to management review includes a review input, review output, etc. General review involves the top management shall review the organization quality management system at documented planning intervals to ensure its continuing suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness. The review shall include the assessing opportunities for improvement and the need for changes to the quality management system. And coming to review input includes the feedback from the customers and the feedback from the other companies, and the complaint handling, how they are handling the complaints from the medical device some filings, etc. And reporting to the regulatory authorities, and the audits include the internal audits and external audits, and monitoring and measurement of processes, monitoring and measurement of product that is reliable to the medical device, and corrective actions, preventive actions, and follow-up actions from the previous management reviews, changes that could affect the quality management system, and recommendations for improvement, and applicable or revised regulatory requirements of those are the reviews of the management. And review output includes the improvement needed to maintain the suitability, adequacy, and effectiveness of the quality management system and its processes, and the improvement of the product related to the customer requirements, and the changes needed to respond to applicable to new and revised regulatory requirements and the resource needs. And coming to resource management includes the provision of resources, human resources, infrastructure, work environment, and contamination control. And coming to provision of resources, the provision of resources includes the implement the quality management system and to maintain effectiveness of the particular resource management, and coming and meet the applicable regulatory and the customer requirements. And coming to human resources include the personnel performing work affecting the product quality, sub-component on the basis of appropriate education, training, skills, and experience. And coming to infrastructure includes the buildings, workspace, associated utilities, and the process equipment, and the supporting services. Supporting services includes the transport, communication, or information systems. And coming to work environment and communication control, those are includes the work environment and communication controls. Work environment includes the documented requirements for the health, cleanliness, clothing, or clothing or personnel. mm, The personnel of the contact, if contact in between such personnel, and ensure the personnel who are required to work temporarily under the special environmental conditions within the work environment, or the components are supervised by the component person. And the communication control includes the documented arrangements for the control of contaminated or potentially contaminated production in order to prevent contamination of the work environment, personnel, or the product. For sterile medical devices, the organization shall document the requirements for the control of contamination with microorganisms or particulate matter, and maintain the required cleanliness during the assembly or packaging of the processes of the medical devices. And coming to product realization includes the planning of the product realization, customer related processes, designing and development, etc. And coming to planning of the product realization, planning includes the quality objectives, requirements of the products, and establishing process and documents, and verification, validation, monitoring, measurements, inspections, testing, handling, storage, distribution, and traceability activities of the specific medical devices, and the criteria for the product acceptability, and the records that needed to provide evidence that the realization process and the resulting product meet requirements. And those includes customer related processes. Customer related process contains three types: determination, review, and communication. And coming to determination includes the requirements specified by the customer, including the requirements of the delivery and post-delivery activities, and the requirements not stated by the customer but necessary for the specific or intended use, and any user training needed to ensure the specific performance and safety use of medical devices, and any other additional service requirements or services determined by the organization. And coming to review includes the product requirements and the defined documentations, contract or order requirements defining from those previously expressed and resolved problem, and they include the applicable regulatory requirements and any user training identified in accordance with planning to be available, and the organizations has the ability to meet the defined requirements. And coming to communication includes the product information and the inquiries, contracts or order handling, including amendments like such that, and the customer feedback from including the complaints, etc., and the advisory notice of the particular regulatory requirements. And coming to design and development, in design and development there are such types of the general procedures and design and development planning, design and development input, design and development outputs, etc. And coming to general requirements, general includes the functional, performance, usability, and safety requirements according to the intended use, and the applicable regulatory requirements, applicable outputs of risk management, and appropriate information derived from the previous similar designs, and other requirements essential for design and development of the product processes. And coming to design and development planning, it includes the stages and the reviews needed to each design and development stage, and the verification could be done on validation, design or transfer activities that are applicable at each design and development stage, the responsibilities and the other authorities for design and development, the methods to ensure the traceability of the design and development outputs to design and the development input, the resources needed, including the necessary competence of the personnel. And coming to design and development inputs include the functional, performance, usability, and safety requirements according to the intended use, and the applicable regulatory requirements, applicable outputs of the risk management, appropriate information derived from the previous similar designs, and the other requirements necessary for design and development processes. And coming to outputs includes the input requirements for the design development, provide the appropriate information for purchasing, production, and service provision, contain the reference or product acceptability criteria, specify the characteristics of the product that are essential for its safe and proper use. And coming to design and development review includes the evaluate and ability of the results of the design and development to meet requirements, and identify and purpose necessary actions. And coming to design and development verification includes the performance in accordance with the planned and documented arrangements to ensure the design and development outputs have met the design and development requirements. The organization shall verify the plans and include methods, acceptance criteria, and an appropriate statistical techniques with the relation for the sample size. And coming to design and development validation includes the performance in accordance with the planned document arrangements to ensure the resulting products are capable of the meeting requirements for the specified application or intended use. The organization shall document the validation plans that includes the methods, acceptance criteria, and appropriate and appropriate represent of products. And coming to design and development transfer, design and development transfer includes the output manufacturing. Those procedures shall ensure that design and development outputs are verified as suitable for manufacturing before becoming final production specifications, and the product capability can meet product requirements.
What happened, Krishna?
Sir,
Slide move avutledha?
yes. So control of design and development changes. It reviewed the control and design development changes includes the reviews, verifications, validators, and appropriate approvals from the authorities. And the review of the design and development changes shall include the evaluation of the effect of the changes on constituent parts and the product in the process or already derived, and inputs or outputs of the risk management systems and the product realization process, and the records of the changes of the included for the medical device and the review, and the necessary actions shall be maintained. And coming to design and development files, design and development files includes the medical device types, medical device family, and this file shall include the reference or records that are generated to demonstrate the conformity to the requirements for the design and development records for the and the changes. And coming to purchasing, purchasing includes the purchasing process, purchasing information, and the verification, validation, etc. And coming to purchasing process, process includes the ability to provide product that meets organization requirements and the performance of the supplier, and based on the effect of the purchased product on the quality of the medical device and the proprietary to the risk associated with the medical device. And coming to purchasing information, information includes the specifications and the product acceptance procedures, process, and equipment. And coming to and includes the requirements for the qualification of this supplied personnel, and includes the quality management system requirement. And coming to verification of the purchased product, verification includes the supplies premises organization shall state the intended verification activities and the method of product release in the purchasing information. And coming to production and services provision, it includes the controls of the production, so service provision, and the cleanliness, etc. Control of the production and service provision includes the documentation of the procedures and methods for the control of the production and the qualification of the infrastructure, implementation of monitoring and measurement of the process parameters and product characters of the medical device, and the availability and use of monitoring and measuring equipment, and the implementation of the defined operations for the labeling and packing, and the implementation of the product release, delivery, and post-delivery activities. Coming to cleanliness of the product, cleaning includes the product cleaned by the organization prior to sterilization or its usage, and the product is supplied non-sterile and to be subjected to the cleaning process prior to sterilization or its use, and the product cannot be cleaned prior to sterilization or its use, and is cleanliness of the significance in use, and the product is supplied to be used non-sterile and is cleanliness of significance in use, and the process agents are to be removed from the product during manufacturing. And coming to installation activities, installation activities includes the performance by the external parties or third parties other than the organization or its suppliers. And the organization shall provide documented requirements for the medical device installation and a verification of the installation. The records of the medical device installation and verification of installation performed by the organization or its suppliers shall be maintained. And coming to servicing activities, it includes the determination of the information to be handled as a complaint and an appropriate for input to the improvement process. Coming to particular requirements for the sterile medical devices, requirements for the medical device, sterile medical devices include the maintenance of the records of the sterilization process, parameters used for each sterilization batch. Sterilization records shall be traceable to each production batch of the medical device. And coming to validation of process of the production and service provision, It includes the defined criteria for review and approval of the process, equipment qualification and qualification of the personnel, and the use of specific methods, procedures, and the acceptance criteria, and appropriate statistical statistical technique with the rational for the sample sizes. The
Siva, you can
requirement-
come to the class 8.
Yes.
Only 4 minutes time.
Coming to clause 8, that is a measurement, analysis, and improvement. It includes the monitoring and measurement. Monitoring measurement includes the feedback, complaint handling, reporting to the regulatory authorities, internal audits, monitoring and measurement of processes, and the measurement of the products controls of the notification product. And coming to control of the non-conforming product, it includes general actions and the actions in response to the non-conforming and product detected before delivery and the after delivery and the rework of the analyzing products. And coming analysis of data. Analysis of data includes the feedback from the customers that are buying medical device and the conformity to product requirements and the characteristics and the trends of the processes and product, including the opportunities for the improvement and the supplies, auditings, servicing reports and appropriate. And coming to improvement is
Just
the
you can skip 8.5 improvement. Okay, that's it. So, dear students, hope you people already learned this ISO 13485 2016. I already discussed it in the previous class. Once again, the Siva Krishna is repeated the same, the ISO 13485. Right. So you people, you understand, the purpose of learning of this ISO 13485 is can anybody share? What is application of this 13485? Yes, okay, I will tell you. So it's a 13485. It represents the requirements for a comprehensive quality management system, mainly for the design and the manufacturing of a medical devices. So the first edition of this ISO 13485 that was published in 1996. Thereby, the second edition on 2003, and the third edition is ISO 13485 in 2016. These are the three different editions as far available. These three editions, they can explain how the process of manufacturing of medical devices that can be going in a right way. That means how the quality the maintained throughout all the process. So that is the reason why the Siva Krishna explained the different classes from scope to the class 8. So this include all the different aspects of how to manage one particular manufacturing unit. That is so for that purpose, this 13485 is must aware all the regulatory professionals. So here, what is the certificate he is shown is the example certificate of registration when one particular company registered to a registered, not registered, following this ISO 13485, right? So if you have any doubts, so you can ask. Okay, dear students. I hope everyone is clear. Okay, thank you, Siva Krishna. So, and I request all the students till now, those who are presented their seminars, please upload your PowerPoints in Google Classroom. Mention on which date you are presented, under whom guidance. Okay. So far చేయకపోతే మీరు ఇమీడియట్ గా ఇప్పుడు అప్లోడ్ చేయండి. మీ గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో మీరు ఎవరికైనా ప్రజెంట్ చేశారు, ఏ రోజున ప్రజెంట్ చేశారు అని మెన్షన్ చేస్తూ మీ గూగుల్ క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేయండి. నౌ.
Okay, sir.
Okay, dear students.
Okay, sir.
We will see you next
Yes,
class.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Great day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
1 minute. I will take the snapshot.